Hey everyone, this is Luck powering on, and today I am greeted by the one, the only. I accidentally deleted your thing.
You snapped me!
I Thanos snapped you. Okay,
How dare!
it happened during all of the scuff.
Oh
Okay,
my
where did
god.
I keep your file? Where did I keep your file? Let's see, is it under
Oh no, I'm lost.
downloads?
I'm lost in cyberspace. Luck, find me.
I am
Luck,
attempting.
Luck,
Okay,
help! It's cold here.
is that under this file? Okay, yes, sweet, yes. Okay, perfect. I found the plant.
Woo!
Mega plant. You just
Hey.
popped up as big. Okay, let's just shrink it down. Oh yeah, also I'm rocking a PNG today, just because I figured I don't want to obscure my vision from this of all things, because yes, it truly is that important and that grandiose. Okay, so this is our co-host Fran the Fern, the plant, the friend.
Yes, indeed. Hello.
I thought I heard a knock on my door, and I don't know if that was just me or if that was just my dog knocking. My dog can knock on the door, fun fact.
Like actual knock knock?
A close an approximation to knock knock, I would say. Because
That is terrifying.
pretty much what he does is he uses his little paw to kind of like scratch at the door, and then it kind of makes a little thudding sound because he kind of puts his whole paw into it.
Ah.
Yeah, especially when like the door kind of hits against the door frame, because even though it's closed, it could still kind of move a little, so it sounds like a knock knock. Who's there?
Okay.
I don't regret
My
that.
dog just lightly scratches at the door, and if it doesn't open, she screams.
Aw, such an adorable dog. Okay, yes, now, finally time to answer the burning question. So, public domain. The public domain is pretty much when a company doesn't renew the copyrights for their character, so then they no longer have claim over it. So then when it's in the public domain after that copyright is canceled, that means anyone can use it and it's monetizable. But on the downside, well, let's just explain some of the history between comics. So, pretty much back in the day, like, I believe the most recent time is going to be stuff before 1950 should generally be good, because I think after that copyright is still well into effect, if it hasn't been renewed, that is. So, continuing on more, the lore of comic books is everyone kind of just started slapping superheroes and supervillains everywhere they could in an attempt to try making their own Superman. Everyone wanted a bit of that pie after all. And so many different companies have made stuff. So many different companies have made interesting results. And so now we're here to look at some of those interesting results. Now,
No.
yes,
That's
we
what you've dragged me into!
yes, it is. Okay, keep in mind we're also going to be talking about specifically villains today. I was going to do heroes and villains, but there were some slight constraints on my PC. So here we go. A bunch of villains. We have got about 15 of them. And this first one is going to be Angelo the Toad. Wait, hold on. I just realized. Wait, hold on. I could be smart about this. Hold
What's
on.
happening?
We could just do this together. I could just pull up each individual one since now I recognize their names.
Oh, heck yeah!
Okay, let's go to Angelo the Toad. Alright, so professional model Donna Wayne is awoken by an apparition of a frightful man. She immediately calls police detective Alan and ad cut this off. Bloody I don't endorse any of these companies. In fact, boycott these companies. I don't like them. Too much ads. She immediately calls police detective Alan Carlton. He shrugs it off, telling Donna to not worry about it until he sees an apparition himself. The police chief calls him into the office the next day, informing Alan of many reported sightings around the city. The chief sends Detective Carlton on the case immediately. Mayor Jonas Elwood is flustered at the situation. While he muses, Dr. Diablo, master of magic, appears in an apparition form and introduces himself to Mayor Elwood. Diablo demands $1 million to stop the apparitions from frightening the citizens of the city. On his investigations, not Dr. What? Detective Carlton. You know what? I'm just gonna start calling him Doctor. I think it's gonna be funny. Dr.
Dang,
Carlton
okay.
stops by Donna's apartment. He hears her screaming. Finding the apparition has returned, Donna identifies it as Angelo, the Toad. A thug that stalked her for a time. Alan recalls the incident. After rigging a detector to look for television signals, Alan and Donna follow the apparition of a huge bat. The trail ends at a country shack. As Detective Carlton looks through the window at a figure there manipulating some equipment, Donna tries to warn him about Jello the Toad sneaking up on him. The warning comes too late, and Alan is knocked out. I assume that's probably this picture right here, considering he's holding
A bat?
a. It looks more like a stick, unless if the dude's so big, bats look like sticks.
Or is that a baton?
Maybe? I was thinking it was more like a. Who knows? Maybe he is just that big.
I
Real
don't
quick,
know,
I
man.
want to point out powers and abilities right here. It just says
He is
until
very strong.
just very strong. Oh wait, 1 second, everybody.
Oh, hello, Mosaic. How is you? Yes, I is here. Ooh. Zybel, hello, hello. The luck is taking a break right now. I do not know where he went. Um, ooh, good to hear that you're well. Very well. Boop, 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 ba-doop, boop. Do, 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 do. Ba-doop, ba-doo. Ooh. I'm glad to hear that you're happy with your art project. Ooh. Wonder what's it about? Or is it still your horror visual novel, or is that different? Is this a different project? Yes, yes. Ooh, a different project. Nice. Boopity. Lonely. I'm so lonely. Working on having a new character appear soon. Ooh. A new doll, perhaps? Interesting, interesting. Ooh. I've been left to my own devices and I don't know what to do. My deepest apologies. Oh, working with air dry clay for it. What's the dry time for air dry clay? Like, is it really fast or? Doesn't it like take a few days to set, depending on how thick the layers are? I've wanted to work with air dry clay, but I am very scared and indecisive. 24 hours for a full set. It's already set, so I'm sealing it with glue now. Ooh, nice. Planning to paint it planning to paint it now, or did you use colored air dry clay? Because I know you can like dye air dry clay with like acrylics and stuff, which is really cool. Yes, but since I'm very new, I decided to paint afterwards. That's fair. That's fair. Very fair indeed. Emma. I wish you the best of luck with this project, Mosaic. Yes, yes, yes. I tested to see if mixing glue with the clay would make it waterproof for a few days. Oh, would make it waterproof a few days ago, but it failed. Oh, that's an interesting theory. I know to make the clay softer, you can mix it with lotion. So you can mold it more and play with it more, if that makes sense. I wonder if there are ways to make air dry clay waterproof. Curious about that now.
Okay, I'm back on stream too. Hey, Mosaic, you caught me at a very inconvenient time. How's it doing, good old buddy, old pal, or dude, old friend? Oh, Zai, you're also here too.
That's how you pronounce it. Okay.
Which one?
Zai.
Oh yeah, it's Zyball.
Oh.
Oh, okay, looks like you got some fun stuff going on with you, Mosaic. Okay, and yeah, pretty much I was just called away to fix a printer problem. Like
Ah.
yeah,
Okay.
like I said, my family kind of tends to call me just whenever, which really necessitates the closing of the door, or locking of the door.
Fair.
Oh, okay, where was we? Angelo carries Alan into the shack with Deborah in tow. Alan recognizes the figure of Dr. Diablo as Doc Hoodla, a crooked scientist. Hoodla?
Hoodla?
Hoodla!
Hoodla!
Hoodla! I love this. Simply amazing.
That's an unfortunate last name. I'm sorry.
That's a fun last name. Okay.
It is.
Dr. Diablo explains his designs to project old horror films with television waves. He further tells Alan that Deborah Wayne was promised to his crony, Angelo the Toad. Angelo's apparition haunted Donna for that reason. Alan infuriates Angelo, who goes after him with a wooden club. Detective Carlton maneuvers him to a power box, tricking the Toad into electrocuting himself. Dr. Diablo retrieves a pistol. Holding it onto the detective, Donna wheels a camera at Diablo to distract him. The action works, and Detective Alan Carpet polishes the villain off with his fist. Alright, so, what are we thinking about this one? Good old Mr. Toad here.
His
Remember,
only power is his strength.
no. His only power is very strong. You can't forget that point. It's very strong. Just look at this.
Oh no, no correcting grammar. It's not strength, it's very strong. Okay, got it, got
His
it.
power is very strong. That's what it is. You know My Hero Academia, where they have like unique names for quirks and stuff?
Yo.
That's pretty much what it is. His quirk is very strong.
What's your quirk? Very strong.
Okay,
I
so
smack good.
I actually didn't know this at the time because pretty much all I did was skimming through all the different villains I selected just to make sure that there wasn't anything that's dated. Because keep in mind, these things
Okay.
came back out during the 1920s and 30s.
Yeah.
So apparently this dude is a ghost. It's an apparition.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that was the whole gimmick.
We're still talking about the toad, right?
Yeah, Angelo the Toad. It says here that let's see. Angelo's apparition haunted Donna for that reason. Angelo's an apparition. Honestly,
Dang.
like,
Okay, that goes my idea of trying to bite his ankles to defeat him.
yeah. I mean, apparently he does have a weakness here. Oh, by the way, it's a wooden club. Though, look at this absolute unit. He's holding a wooden club, but it just looks like a stick in his hand.
Oh, Mosaic is asking what our quirks are.
Oh, my quirk is... I don't know if it's lucky or if it's robotic.
Well, there's literally a quirk called frog, so...
That's just Suyu.
Uh-huh.
I feel like your quirk would be more like... Crap, what was her name? Tsubaya, was it, I think? Plant lady.
The girl with vine hair?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
You'd be a lot more in line with her, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently he's weak to being electrocuted, and I presume that means after he electrocuted, he disappeared?
So
like,
if we just have a taser, we're good.
Honestly, that's what I'm hearing. I feel like we could probably just get the cops. Get the cops on it.
Yeah?
I don't personally have access to like a taser or anything, but like
neither do I.
the cops. Yeah.
The cops do.
Alright, this one was a nice clear-cut case. Now, I love this guy's name, which is why he immediately drew my eye. You ever
Big
play
Shot!
Deltarune?
Oh my god. Yes, I remember Big Shot, barely.
Now's your
Mosaic
chance
can
to
connect
be a
the
big
internet,
shot.
but is... sorry, I'm reading chat. I'm getting distracted.
Oh no, it's perfectly fine. Mosaic can connect
Mosaic can connect to the internet, but is solar powered and needs light to stay up. And Mosey will pop if pricked with a needle, and her eyes are attached to her glasses.
So you have the same strength as a balloon.
No,
Or same weakness as a balloon, that's what I meant.
one of them does.
I
The other
see.
one can connect to the internet.
I feel like I already have that ability just by virtue of, screen face.
Robot.
Yes. Oh, and don't worry, not everyone's backstories is as deep and intensive as Angelo the Toad, because here is Big Shot. The Big Shot was a mob boss planning to take control of the city. After kidnapping the district attorney's daughter in an attempt to get him to drop an investigation into their criminal activities, he is thwarted by the Clock. Gotta love these old names. He is unmasked and revealed to be the city's own mayor, Kozer.
I have a question. What's a crack comic?
A crack comic?
Yeah, it says public domain appearances, crack comics.
I'm not sure if that's... Okay, no, the studio is Quality. I think they just named it Crack Comics. I think that's what it was literally named, like the title.
Oh, okay!
Okay, honestly, with this guy, he seems like a big shot, you see. Because, here's the thing, he controls both the crime world and the like legal cop world. Like honestly, this guy is low key kind of big leagues. I feel like we would need at least a D-list hero.
Yeah. I
Cause
feel
like
like the cops would work for him.
the cops definitely work for him. Cause like I feel like he has like a legion of corrupt cops, and then cops who think like he's legitimately just the mayor, and then he also has like petty criminals. So like this dude is
Agreed.
locked up. I feel like in a one-on-one, sure, we might be able to get a few hits on him, but this dude is just gonna snap his fingers and then, like, the room's gonna fill with mobsters.
Oh, true.
Alright, and now for this guy. Loki, I kind of like the picture, just because he kind of looks super scared. Just this one right here. Such an intimidating mask, and then, oh, ow! Okay, so the Death Mask was a crime lord who seemed to be able to kill just by pointing his finger at someone. In actual fact,
dang.
he fired tiny poison darts from his finger, and he was brought to justice by the Blue Beetle. The poison darts used by a Death Mask were instantly fatal. In addition to these darts, the Death Mask used conventional weapons such as guns, axes, and explosives. Not gonna lie.
Wow.
This okay, so like when I think of a D-list hero, real quick, do you know the movie Kick-Ass?
I have heard of it, but I have forgotten everything about it.
Do you at least know what I mean by a D-list hero then?
Barely. Please explain.
Pretty much what I mean by like a D-list hero, I pretty much just mean like they're kind of above the cops in terms of things, but they're not exactly like the main people in the Justice League or Avengers group.
Okay.
So
That makes sense.
yeah. So there's this one Justice League. Oh crap! What was the series called? Justice League Unlimited, I believe it was, where there was actually a episode dedicated to how some of the superheroes, even though they're in the Justice League, are kind of sidelined and relegated to just cleanup duty and helping to evacuate citizens. There was this, yeah, there was this one stretchy power dude, not Plastic Man, someone completely different, and he was pretty much just told like, oh yeah, just do construction stuff and keep citizens out of the way. That's like a D-list hero. They might be able to do things, but they're probably not going to be able to go toe to toe with the big hitters. I'm saying,
Okay.
yeah, I'm saying for this
that
guy,
makes sense. That makes sense.
I'm saying for this guy, we might need to just call a superhero like a big hitter. What do you think?
Yeah. He has legitimate weapons and he just points at people.
I know, right? Like, I am not fighting this dude. He's just pointing at me. I'm
not
dead.
neither am I.
Like, low-key, I thought Big Shot was going to be a much more of a big shot, but no, it's about Death Mask, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Is he
love...
actually a skeleton or is that just a
No,
mask?
like, if you look at his hands, they look like hands right here, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's just a mask.
Okay.
Okay, real quick. So it says he was a crime lord, right? I like to imagine his boys were just like the skeleton crew, with literally, you know how like in the DC comics, like Two-Face gang dresses up as Two-Face, Joker gang dresses like clowns, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I like to imagine all his goons just dress up like skeletons. It's just like Spirit Halloween is walking in the streets.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
I know. I like. Okay, I'm doubling down on this. This dude, he might be brutal and be super down to kill people, but when it comes to his goons, he just dotes on them, just like, ah yes, skeleton number 33, I appreciate you for your service. Here's some milk.
Oh my god.
Keep your bones strong, kid. Just like, ah yes, here. Milk for the whole gang. We keep our bones strong here in the skeleton crew, for it is I, Death Mask.
Not that skim stuff. It needs to be 2% whole milk only.
Skim is not real milk. We went over this. It's milk that's mixed with water. You don't drink that. I love Death Mask
Huge
now.
milk enthusiast.
All of their crimes are based around milk.
Oh no!
I know, so it's just like, we're breaking into the dairy factory and stealing all the milk for the skeleton crew.
Don't worry, Bessie. We'll get you out of here, and you'll live a better life.
Listen, they're
Dairy
keeping these
cows.
they're keeping these dairy cows all pent up. You need happy cows to make the best milk. Free roam. You got to get them off the hormones and get them onto organic diets.
I know. They just noticed the change of quality in milk the second they taste it.
Only milk enthusiasts join his gang. I now love him even more. You know what? I'm bumping him up. This is an Avenger
Oh my
level.
god! This is an Avenger level threat. Milk.
I'm keeping up my call a superhero though.
Okay.
Okay, who is next? I think this was Express Man. Yes, I think it is. Express Man actually seems both like a heavy hitter, but also pretty weak.
Oh, okay.
Matt Murphy invented a super speed formula to be ingested in the form of little pills. Ads! I hate you! Go away! He soon tested speed by outrunning a deer, an automobile, and a train going 90 miles per hour. He calls himself Expressman while outrunning the express train, and he uses his power to rob a bank, but gets away with a worthless pile of shredded old money. He returns
That's
to the... No, it gets even better. He
Oh,
returns
no!
to the bank, but the guard shuts the door on him before he can get through it, causing him to hit the door and be knocked unconscious.
Oh my god!
Powers and abilities. The Expressman can reach speeds up to 1,000 miles per hour or more. Although he is affected by friction and fatigue, his pill is limited by time, although it's not stated how long a pill lasts or how many he can make in a given period. Moving at over 100 miles per hour, no witness can get a good look at him. Okay, also notes, the story title refers to him as Speedy the Sport, even though he only calls himself the Expressman. Which name do you like better, Speedy the Sport or Expressman? I kind of like Expressman. It just has a certain ring to it. You dig?
Yeah, Expressman sounds more evil. Speedy the Sport sounds like you're a sidekick in training.
That's literally the name of a sidekick in training. Green Arrow's sidekick for a time was literally called Speedy.
Oh yeah!
Okay, I don't know if I should get the cops or if I could just stick my leg out and then he's just gonna trip on his own.
Yeah, you can just stick your leg out, or if he's chasing after you, just look for a door and close it.
I know, right? Like,
You
honestly,
can't stop right away.
the only thing I could possibly foresee being an issue is if he just sucker punches you at that speed.
Oh, true.
But, like, besides that, like, this dude could be stopped by a door. So, like, you know what? I'm liking my odds. I could probably beat him.
Yep, agreed.
Ooh, I like this guy's name. It's just a shame his name wasn't on Death Mask from earlier. This is Funny Bone.
Funny Bone?
Funny Bone. Origin. Funny Bone was a master criminal and reoccurring enemy of Black Owl and Yankin Doodle. Powers and abilities. He laughed a lot, usually going ho ho ho, and carried around his lucky cane, which he frequently used as a weapon. He was smart, fast, agile, and an above-average fighter. I like how his power and ability is he laughs a lot.
He laughs. Ho 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 ho.
Ah, you see, I have my lucky cane that I will use to cane you over the head.
I will now beat you to death with this cane.
He seems like a very sophisticated type. Keep in mind, I know literally nothing besides the little stuff here on the left.
Yeah.
Listen, this is just entering headcanon area, and screw you, this is now canon because these are public domain characters, so I can dictate what I want. This is why I'm
I
using...
have claimed him!
I'm claiming him and Death Mask.
Oh my god.
I mean, Death Mask is so fun now, now that we made him milk-themed, with the skeleton crew. Okay, so I'm honestly thinking superhero for this guy.
Really?
Here's the thing, like, it's saying he's smart, fast, agile, and above average fighter, and he carries a lucky cane. A lucky cane.
It's the lucky cane that the cops can't handle. Everything
Exactly.
else, they're good.
Because, like, I feel this guy would probably. Okay, if you look at the cover right there, right? It looks
Yeah.
like he's fighting, like, some type of knockoff Batman. And, like,
Yeah.
I feel he's probably capable of going toe to toe with, like, someone just a little below Batman's level. Like, maybe one of the Robins.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. Hmm. I feel like he's a mix of Joker and Riddler now that I look at it, because it says he's
Yeah, looking at the
smart.
design.
Yeah, like he's smart, but he also has the laughing gimmick, and he has a suit, but he's also green.
Yep.
Actually, I feel like for that one, we might be able to bump him up if he is kind of more like Joker and Riddler, because, like, those are top dogs in the Batman world, right?
Fair.
You know what? Yeah, this guy, depending how smart he is, probably a superhero.
But
If
can he defeat taxes?
I feel like he can, because he could go, ho, 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 taxes. I don't think so. Let me hit them with my
Because
lucky
even the
cane.
Joker doesn't mess with tax collectors, man.
You know what? That is true. I feel like Death Mask can go toe to toe with the tax. Actually, wait, no. The one person here that can actually beat the tax man is Big Shot. Because remember, he owns the crime
Oh,
world
true.
and the legal world.
True, true, true.
Okay, this one's kind of funny looking. This is going to be. Oh wait, no. I keep thinking his name is Lizard Man. No, his name is Green Lizard.
I got excited. I thought it was a green llama.
Green. We can look that one up later. Okay, this is Lizard Man. Go away, ad.
That ad is so huge.
I know, right? Okay, origin. The Green Lizard was a crime boss in a green mask who tried to extort money from millionaire John Blaine after killing two of his friends. He was opposed by the Invisible Hood. He used conventional weapons and commanded a small gang that operated out of a swamp headquarters.
Okay, so this is like your average goon.
Yeah, I feel like he's just a gang boss with a gimmick, you know?
Yeah. He's ready for COVID.
He definitely is ready for COVID. With the name of Green Lizard, I was hoping he'd be more lizard-like, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Honestly, kind of disappointed in you,
Or at least like he has a
Mr.
collection of
Winters.
like imagine he has a collection of lizards.
He probably does. Also, his name is Mr. Winters.
Do
Apparently.
you think he dresses up as Mall Santa secretly?
Nah. He's
Nah,
the
you
Green
don't see
Lizard.
it.
He's the Green Lizard. He'd probably dress up
Dang.
as Mall Lizard.
Mall lizard.
He'd just go behind the dumpster and then just walk on the little wall like a lizard does. Yeah, I feel like this guy
Wait,
could probably be handled by the cops.
probably.
Yeah, so far we don't have an Avengers level threats.
Mhm.
Okay, Horned Hood. This guy has the funniest face in my opinion. Just
Oh my god.
Professor Cuddy's. I hate you ads. Professor Geddes was supposedly a noted scholar who had given a lecture on the Mahara jewel on loan from India. However, he was secretly a gang ringleader who wore a devil costume and used a lead cord horny club. Okay, that's kind of brutal. A lead cord thorny club.
Dang.
Out to steal the gem. He was stopped from stealing the jewel by Mr. Scarlet and later recruited to the Death Battalion. Oh, okay. He might actually have some.
Cool.
He might actually have some experience under his belt. I thought this guy was gonna be like handled by the cops, but call me surprised. I think this guy probably needs at least a D-list hero. It sounds like his only power is he has a big club, and if we wanted, oh, go on.
It's the power of friendship.
He has the power of friendship. Where?
Yeah, look, see, in addition to into the Hornhood, the team include the Brain, the Blackthorn, the Black Crown, and the Laughing Skull, Dr. Death 2, apparently, and Ghost Voice. He has friends.
You know, that actually bumps him up, because, like, here's the
It
thing.
does!
This guy probably has some experience working with, like, a proper evil team, so he probably has experience under his belt. He may look goofy, but he's probably pretty solid. Honestly, I think that might bump him up to a superhero.
Do you think one superhero can fight him and all his friends, though?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, this one, I really like the design of him. I just like the way he looks.
Iron Man!
Iron Mask. Iron Mask was a villain who bloody... I hate these ads.
Who quit his job as a villain and went into the trades.
He went into the ad trading just to annoy people like me. How villainous.
Oh, no.
Oh wait, Mosaic, who are you saying grew up to fight a giant vampire lady? Which one? Okay, in the meantime, while waiting on your response, I will continue to read the Iron Mask. Iron Mask was a villain who planted a lead-coated hydrogen bomb in Atom City and challenged Captain Flash and Ricky Davis to find it. The only clues he gave them was a riddle. Captain Flash was able to decipher the riddle and travel to Mato Grosso, where he encountered Iron Mask robot. Oh, he had robots, which were modeled after monsters from the ancient Greek myth, mostly the Odyssey. After defeating the monsters, he realized that their names were a clue to the bomb's location, a construction site. With less than seconds to spare, he used his powers to disable the bomb, only to discover that Iron Mask used it as a distraction to sneak into the city's atomic energy plant and steal radioactive cobalt. Thanks to Ricky's timely intervention, Captain Flash was able to stop Iron Mask, but he seemingly fell to his death, seemingly I guess, before he could be apprehended. The story strongly hinted that Iron Mask would become a recurring villain, but this was his only appearance. Honestly, this
So he
dude...
retired.
Maybe. Okay, honestly, I feel like this dude is low-key kind of cracked, you know? Because he had an army of robots, he managed to successfully deceive the heroes, and
Yeah.
he was like on the cusp of accomplishing his goal. I feel like this dude might be our first Avenger level threat. Like, you know what I mean, right?
You think so?
Yeah, because, like, here's the thing. He has an army of robots, apparently is too smart for his own good, and, powers and abilities. Let's see. Iron Mask was a brilliant inventor who was able to create a proton gun and lifelike robots of various shapes and sizes. He also seemed to have at least some knowledge of nuclear physics. Oh.
Okay, never mind, I'm agreeing with you. Okay.
This dude worked with nukes.
Okay.
Yeah, this dude is definitely an Avengers level threat.
He can threaten to nuke the city. Okay, he wins.
Honestly, with this guy, I feel like he would actually be able to handle the Justice League for a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm not saying he would win, but he would definitely give them a run for their money with his nuclear arsenal.
And all the robots distracting.
Oh, definitely. Because, like, I can already imagine it now. Like, I feel like he would create, like, a specific robot to be able to counter Superman that just uses nuclear power, or, like, nuclear radiation to, like, decrease Superman's strength, right?
Ooh.
And then I feel like the rest of his robot army would be able to just go toe-to-toe with different Justice League members. But, of course, they win because the power of good always wins. And the Chum Bucket tier list. Not quite sure when that one is. We'll come to it when we come to it. So, like, honestly, I think this guy definitely would require a team up of heroes to be able to beat him. This one has a funny name, but dude is low-key brutal. This is Jingler. Hold on, let me break out an emo voice just to embody this character. The Jingler was a starving poet, rejected by one publisher too many. After accidentally killing a man over a dispute about food, the Jingler realized that the only way to get his poetry read was to leave it at the scene of a murder. He began composing poems about his murders and using the blood of his victims as ink. The Jingler used conventional weapons to kill his victims. He was defeated by Winston Wolfe and killed. So edge.
Edgar Allan Poe if he became a murderer.
Pretty much. Honestly, look at how old this dude looks. I feel like we might be able to take him in a fight. But apparently he also does use weapons, and he's killed
Yeah.
others. Honestly, just get the cops on him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Make sure
Honestly,
to stay in groups.
he's pretty much just a regular serial killer. Just like,
Yeah?
don't go into dark alleys, stay in groups, make sure your doors and windows are closed and locked.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That was a pretty simple one.
Feel
Ooh, this...
kind of bad for him.
Honestly, he's kind of just a depressed guy that decided, okay, I guess this is my new obsession.
Don't fall in love with him. Don't fall in love with them after watching their Netflix show.
Okay, you know what? That line alone elevates this to needing the cops on him. Because here's the thing, he's a poet. He knows how to smooth talk. So I feel like
Shit.
I feel like this guy, once he gets his Netflix documentary, would definitely get people simping after him.
Oh no, you're
Fern,
right.
You said it yourself. I feel kind of bad for him. He probably knows how to play the tortured soul card.
Joke's on you, I'll play it back.
Alright.
Oh shit, he has an army of sympathizers.
Oh no.
And I almost fell for it.
You
Oh
almost
no.
did. You fool. Now, King of the Living Dead. This guy was kind of interesting when I kind of skimmed over his stuff. Now, the King of the Living Dead was an ancient man condemned because he practiced black magic. He was buried alive, but caverns where he was buried had fumes from the pits with blue fires, which kept him alive for eons. After being freed from an earthquake, he made use of a mortal victim's body to observe modern man and begin to build his army. He would send undead servants to collect victims. Some would be killed, and others would be thrown into an underground pit filled with sulphurous smoke and a strange flickering blue flame that changed the bodies into pale, transforming them into undead slaves. One of his captains was a ballerina whose fiancé, Walter Austin, followed the king's underground caverns as the couple fled the king and his horde. Walter had triggered a cave-in which flooded the caverns with water and filth, seemingly destroying the undead and their master for good. Honestly, I don't know if this guy is just a single superhero or an Avengers level threat. Because, like, he's a necromancer, but at the same time, his whole operation was kind of shut down just because somebody blew up a cave and water got in. I don't know, what do you think?
So just with, like, the right approach, you can easily take him down.
Yeah. I think maybe just superhero.
Yeah, one superhero can take him down. I feel like sending the Avengers on him would alert him.
Yeah. And, like, I feel the only way he would actually be, like, a major threat is, like, say, for example, someone like Hulk dies of natural causes and passes away, and then he just, ooh, free body, and then he has an undead Hulk at his disposal. Then that'd be
Marvel Zombies, let's go!
Marvel Zombie. Don't forget Deceased, which is DC's exact version of it.
Hey! Just
Ooh,
slap zombies on it, and then I'm interested.
honestly, I feel like it's kind of teetering, because there's one easy way to destroy him, apparently, but at the same time, in the world of superheroes, he could resurrect a dead superhero. Ooh, this one's kind of tough now that I think about it.
But since that it's an old-timely superhero, they don't really have the best of powers.
This is true. You know, real quick, once we finish... Oh, by the way, you're gonna join me for the hero one, too, one of these days, whenever I get around to making it.
Game.
Once we finish that one, too, I have a stupid idea that we can also do.
Oh,
we can
no.
make our own headcanon movies.
Oh,
And
no.
we just used these characters specifically, and then just try thinking of like, alright, how would a movie work?
I already know who your favorite character is gonna be.
Oh, who do you think my favorite character is?
Who do you think?
I have a sneaking suspicion that it is I, Death Mask.
Indeed. And his skeleton crew.
Honestly, I feel like Okay, do you know how Poison Ivy started off as a villain and then slowly became more of an anti-hero?
Yes.
I feel like we could definitely play that angle with Death Mask.
Oh my god.
Listen, he's a dude that's not above killing. In fact, he's probably super on board with it. But at the same time, the way we could easily characterize him is, yeah, he's just kind of there for his boys and to keep some cows safe.
Oh my god.
It's perfect. It's genius. I love him already. Oh wait, that's right. King of the Living Dead. If we are to hypothetically put superheroes and supervillains in one world where King of the Living Dead exists, I feel like if we resurrect some of those passed away superheroes and villains, he would become a big threat.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love this guy. This guy's kind of. Okay, hold on. His name is Mr. Crime. Oh, I forgot the period.
Well, his name is straight to the point.
His real name is
Oh my
Mr.
gosh,
Crime.
his hat! That's his real name!
His name is Mr. Crime, and he wears a hat called Crime. Okay, Mr. Crime was a ghostly figure who followed and observed criminals, encouraged them to commit acts of evil like a devil on their shoulder. At the same time, he also encourages law enforcement to gun down those same criminals, showing his only allegiance was to violence and chaos. No one in the story could see or directly interact with Mr. Crime, only the reader was truly aware of his influence and presence.
Created by Dickwood.
I'm mature, I promise.
The new Mr. Mime evolution?
Oh no, Mr. Mime turned into a ghost type.
Oh no!
Honestly, with this guy, he's straight to the point. He's just like, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it,
Yep.
do it, do it, do it.
He's intrusive thoughts incarnate.
Honestly, I feel like we could just beat him on our own. It's just like, sorry man, talk to the hand. I'm not letting intrusive thoughts win today, baby. What's that? You're getting a stronger influence? Well, I got a therapist. Screw you.
Joke's on you, I have something called coping mechanisms, and they're healthy.
I like to imagine this dude literally just goes from person to person, just like, hey, you see that right there? Jump over it, bet. Do it, no balls. And then he just gets people to do whatever impulse. This is just literally impulsive thoughts personified now. Real quick, his first appearance.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say his first appearance is just crime does not pay.
Oh.
It doesn't
I was
pay.
just gonna say Uno reverse card him and be like, no, you first. You do it.
Listen, you're pressuring people to just do it. Why don't you do it?
Show me how it's done, bro.
Do it, no balls. Should we just completely turn it around on him? Okay, this guy is named Needle Noodle.
Needle?
Oh wait, one sec. Just gonna mute myself so I can clear my throat. At least for the stream. Sorry, Fern.
It's okay.
There we are. I'm back. Needle Noodle. Oh wow, this is a lot more words than I expected. I kind of just picked him because he had a funny face. Needle Noodle was a racketeer who wanted to take over Northville's operations, but knew that Black Hood would stop him. So he decided to find out the secret identity to remove the obstacle of Black Hood. Needle Noodle's figures inside the name. Figures out that Kip Berlin was always around where Black Hood was, so it meant that either Black Hood himself... Wait, what? So it meant he was either Black Hood himself or knew the identity of Hood. So he kidnaps both Kip and his friend Mac and threatens to kill Kip, or kill Mac unless Kip talks. So Berlin reveals his identity, but then fights off Needle Noodle and his gang. The villain escapes, but soon made himself known. Black Hood ends up quitting masked crime fighting and becomes a private eye. Needle Noodle, that's still a silly name, went to Berlin's office and pretends to have turned over a new leaf and wants to take Berlin to a new client. However, it was all a setup to frame Black Hood for murder. Hood escaped only to find his secretary, Barbara Sutton, was kidnapped by Needle Noodle. The two fight with Needle Noodle, trying to escape by boarding a train. Black Hood follows him and they fight on top of cars. However, Needle Noodle fell and was his name, I'm sorry, and was crushed by the train before an engineer could stop it.
But dang, he actually managed to unmask the hero and forced him to admit his identity.
Honestly, that dude is kind of... I was not expecting... I guess that cone head is just extra space for brain, right?
Brain coral!
Brain coral? Oh, brain coral!
Brain coral!
Patrick! It's Patrick, I can't believe it! Patrick, why did you portray SpongeBob like this? Honestly, I feel like he's actually a level above Big Shot. I feel like you would need a hero proper to be able to take down whatever stuff he has going on.
I believe that. I believe that.
Because, like, D-list hero ain't cutting it. Oh, I like this next one, too. It's silly.
More silly than Needle Noodle.
Walro of the Walrus Men.
What?
King Walro, leader of the Walrus Men, conquered the kingdom of Polaris, formerly ruled by Prince Eon, love interest of Neptina. King Warlo allied himself with Mera, ruler of Almazo, after taking the throne for Persis' lineage stuff. And their allies stopped the Walrus Men and Mera, reclaiming the Almazone throne to the rightful ruler. This just seems like a political drama.
Yeah.
Honestly, no, walruses are big. I was about to say I could probably beat them, but
I cannot fight a walrus.
No.
You can't pay me to fight a walrus.
Honestly, maybe just D-list hero. Because, like, he's just kind of going after a throne. He's not, like, really doing too much.
We need a really good lawyer.
Big Shot? No, wait, Big Shot's the city mayor, not the lawyer.
Yeah, exactly. He'll have connections to a good lawyer.
He probably would. You know what? Hold on. I'll do you one better. We get Funny Bone. Because remember his lore was apparently he was smart. And he has a lucky cane. You know what? I feel like Funny Bone can help us here.
Oh my god.
Okay, now time to go back to something that seems actually kind of cool. X-33. X-33 was a robot that passed itself off as a human wearing armor. It is highly intelligent and served Illyria, the Spy Queen. It possessed superhuman strength and invulnerability, at least sufficient enough to shrug off bullets from conventional firearms. It managed to capture Minuteman after defeating him in battle, but shorted out when he was pushed into a watery bog.
Oh.
Honestly, at first I was thinking you might need a proper superhero to beat him, but hearing he was beat by being pushed into water, maybe we can beat him. I don't know, what do you think?
I don't know about that, Chief.
It is supposed to be said that he is like a strong robot, so maybe the one that pushed him was like a strong hero or something like that. Yeah,
he's also kind of immune to bullets and firearms, my dude.
And it says he has superhuman strength and invulnerability. You know what? We need a proper hero. Honestly, these guys are being a lot stronger than I expected.
You thought there'd be more in the we can beat list?
Yes, that's why I added that section. The only one we can beat is the guy who canonically was beat by a closed door and intrusive thoughts. Okay, this last one, technically her name was supposed to be Corsair Queen. Wait, hold on. Corsair. There we go. I think she was Fiction House? I don't know why 3 pops up. Probably studio stuff. But her name is Urena. Now, Urena was the queen of space pirates. She was considered one of the most foul and black-hearted criminals in the entire galaxy, even by other pirates. And where she captured, the penalties for her crimes would have been instant death. When she was about to be captured by Captain Zaris of Space Patrol, she changed her hair color and switched places with Futura, who had recently become her prisoner. Zaris took Futura to be sentenced for Urina's crimes, but the space pirate Oma rescued her and helped Futura track Urina down. Oma and Urina decided to join forces against Futura, but in the fight with Futura, Urina accidentally shot Oma, sending the spaceship hurtling into an ocean on an alien planet. Futura placed a space helmet on Urina and dragged her away from the wreckage, but the unconscious Urina was attacked by sea monsters as Futura attempted to defend her. It is unclear if Urina survived this experience. Honestly, she's got a pirate crew. She's probably got a pirate ship. I'm kind of saying we could
She's a
just...
space pirate on
A
top of all
space
things.
pirate, exactly. I feel like it's either super... No, probably firm superhero. I was saying, like, maybe if it was big enough, it could be an Avenger level threat, but thinking about it, it probably is just like a small crew that just raids, like, luxury liners or stuff like that.
Maybe? I mean, other pirates know her for her cruelty, though.
But being a jerk isn't enough to get you stronger people to fight you.
True.
She is a space pirate, though, so that will boost her up points for having a crew, most likely having a ship. She also has combat capabilities by being the captain of the foulest pirates, apparently. So that's why I'm saying, like, D-list heroes, probably not. Cops, they'd probably get blown up like a space laser. I ain't fighting her. Honestly, yeah, I think this is it. Apparently,
Yeah.
quite a few of these are right proper villains. That kind of surprises me. I kind of thought it was going to be more around this area.
Damn.
And I am certainly surprised that we actually have 2 Avenger level threats.
That is true.
I know, right? Honestly, Iron Mask, I really like his design, as well as X-33. I don't really understand how X-33 is a villain, though. I guess maybe it's just he follows the wrong person, or it is a robot after all.
Yeah.
I think this was a nice, successful round. Fern, next time you should help me select some of the heroes that we're going to discuss.
Oh no.
I'll send you the website and everything. I mean, it is
Okay.
kind of fun to look at them and make up stupid headcanons like we did for Death Mask. We made Death Mask into essentially Papyrus, but willing to kill.
Papyrus when he doesn't get his spaghetti.
Instead of being obsessed with spaghetti, he's obsessed with milk. Honestly,
Go
I'm
ahead.
honestly surprised that this guy, Needle Noodle, is like a superhero level.
He's
Just 'cause-
scary.
like, he literally just doxed a dude, managed to
Yeah.
blackmail him, so, like, no D-lister's gonna be able to handle the law.
Uh-huh.
Actually, that makes me think. Would a D-lister be able to handle Big Shot, because he handles both law and crime?
Oh.
Because if we're going by the same level as Needle Noodle, because the only thing he has seems to be at least being slightly smarter than normal people.
Mm-hmm.
And a weird head.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that brings him down or if it brings Big Shot up.
I think it brings Big Shot up.
You know what? Yeah, I think I'll go for that. Here, let's put... These guys are kind of ordered semi by name, which is why I'm doing that.
Fair enough.
Alright, save or download? Yeah, okay, sure, I'll save this. I can upload it to Twitter or something. Title of tier list, okay. Public domain villains. I think I spelled that wrong. There we go. Villains. Save. Oh, wait. Did I do something? Oh, wait, no. Share on Twitter. I think I already have my Twitter signed in, so it should be all fine.
Don't dox yourself!
I shall not, which is why I'm using Firefox. Go away. I don't want any of this. It's perfect. No one is going to know any of these guys, and they're going to be confused, like, yo, why is that weird-headed dude up at Call
So
the
high up.
Superhero? Why is it Ghost at I could probably beat them? And then we got...
You don't understand, man. You never read the lore.
The lore is he's essentially intrusive thoughts, bro. You know, the best part is, technically, we can monetize these too. So if we ever get it into our thoughts that we want to do, like a web comic and make money off of any of these characters, we legally are able to.
Yeah, I know.
I honestly think that the best candidate for a story, if we're just focusing on that character, is going to be X-33 or Urena. Just because X-33, you could probably do a whole robot coming to sentience type thing and realizes their master is not a good person and rebels. And Urena, well, she's a space pirate.
Space pirate adventures.
Yeah, I would say so. I can't wait to come back to the superhero list and then we just make a different comparison of just like, okay, can they beat the Jingler?
Oh no.
The Jingler is just some serial killer that can get simps. Wait, no, he's more normie. He would get stans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fire. If anyone else wants to catch this, I think that if you click the link on my Twitter, you should be able to rank this yourself. And of course, credit to the images right there, where that's going to include all the or not the heroes, these are villains. So
they're heroes in our hearts.
Only Deathmask is a hero in our heart, and the dude kills people.
He saves the cows.
He saves the cows. He's just Poison Ivy, but with specifically cows.
Yes.
Do you think him and Poison Ivy... Poison Ivan, yes, of course. New hero, completely original, do not steal. Do you think him and Poison Ivy would get along? I feel like they wouldn't. Because, like, he would probably just want a lot of cows and then just let them graze over, like, endangered plants or something. Just saying, just saying, like, hey, if they eat the endangered plants, the milk tastes better.
Yeah.
And, like, wait, why did we rate Funny Bone so high? I'm forgetting. Why did we do that?
Cause you said he's like the Riddler and the Joker.
Oh, that's right. The Joker.
The Joker combined.
Oh no, are we getting back to the Jingler?
Oh no, I didn't mean to.
Honestly, yeah, he looks like he's fighting a Batman knockoff, and if he apparently is supposed to be like Joker or Riddler, I feel like that's pretty high up there. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, unfortunately, this is all I got. And so I'm just going to have to bid you all adieu. This is Fran the Fern, so let me shout her out. I think there's now a new command, right?
Yeah, there's like /shoutout now?
You should get an easier username.
I'm sorry.
I have to do like 3 underscores.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay, so yes, shout out given to good old Fran the Fern the Friend. So I just want to bid you all adieu. Actually, you know, I think I'll keep that one to myself if anything does come of it. Well, everyone, I will be seeing you around. Just want to say thank you, lurkers, chatters, here for a little, watching the VOD. All of you, thank you so much. And just want to say, this is Luck, powering off. Remember, everyone, lucky days. Oh, wait, Fern, you want to give out your outro?
Proper outro.
Also, I just thought about it. Should I rate some? You know, I already gave the outro. We're ending. Bye.
No, we're not rating anyone.
We're
no
not...
love.
No love. This is Villain Nights. It's what Deathmask would have wanted.
No love. We end like villains.
Bye, all.